Hey, Intuitive Soul Tribe. Melissa, Intuitive Soul Coach here. Excited to bring to you today's collective reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings, so please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. All right. Thank you so much for being here today. A lot of messages came through during meditation, and I'm excited to share them with you. So I'm just going to pull some cards here as I'm talking about what was coming through. The first thing that I heard, the first message I received was a song. And I haven't heard the song in forever, so it took me back for a moment. But the song is by Kid Rock, The Lonely Road of Faith. And there was a specific verse that I was hearing over and over, and that verse was, we can make it through the storms and the winds of change. We can make it through the storms and the winds of change. So some of you, it may feel like you've been on this lonely road of faith. Some of you, there has been challenges, struggles, ups and downs, dark nights of the soul, loss, right? Rejection, criticism. That's typically inevitable for each and every one of us that are having a human experience on earth. But for some of you, you just felt like you were walking that lonely road of faith. Now, if you're not familiar with that song, or maybe if you are, you may want to check that out, because there could be some motivational or inspirational lyrics or words that shine through, but I feel like you are on the up and out. So what I'm getting here is teamwork, connection, coming together, collaboration. It wouldn't surprise me to see maybe the teamwork card here for you. There is one card flipped upright that I can see, and it's the second chance one, but I'm getting 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups energy. I'm getting a lot of 3s. So we could even see the Empress showing up here, because 3s are about harmony. It's about union, creativity, advancement, and ascension. And I do feel for a lot of you that are watching, a lot of you that have tuned into the frequency of this channel here, a lot of you have been undergoing a major spiritual transformation. And you've been finding yourself along the way, or reconnecting to your higher self, which is a beautiful thing, because as we enter into this earthly realm, we have spiritual amnesia, and we tend to sometimes forget our purpose. We forget that we are connected to the divine source. So we're going to take a look here, see what the main themes are, overall energy, past, present, and future. We're going to take a look at specific messages from Spirit, and we'll wind down your reading with a oracle message from the Enchanted Map, and hopefully that'll bring you a little more clarity. Let's see what we have here. We have milestones, new life, and second chance. I mean, lo and behold, you're in store here for a brand new beginning, because a lot of you have gone through the storms, and now you're heading towards those winds of change. What comes after a storm, right? Yes, there's a little bit of cleanup for you, but I do feel like a lot of you, you're coming out stronger, and you are reliving life is what I am getting here. It's like you're waking up to a brand new beginning, and yes, things look differently this time around, but you're accomplishing some very big things. And what do you have? You still have your dignity, you still have your pride, you still have your strength, and I feel like there is a victorious new beginning showing up here for you. You have the Milestones card. Now, another message that I was seeing in my vision here, or during meditation, is I was seeing a mountain, which I love that the Milestones is showing up, because some of you, it's felt like you've climbed this mountain over and over and over, right? You've been on the side of the mountain, you've been hanging off the cliff. Some of you have stumbled back. Some of you felt like there's been a landslide, a rock slide. But the good news is I feel like you're peaking the top here. And what's going to happen is once you hit that top tier, you're going to look out and you're going to say, wow, I really made it. I made it through all of this. So some of you, I mean, this could be a new home. It could be graduation. I mean, I feel like it's internal for a lot of you. It's absolutely internal. But what happens is when we shift internally and our soul starts to ascend, we also shift our external world. So I do feel here that the things that you are wanting to manifest in the physical, they are happening, but you've had to do a lot of that inner work to get to where you are. I'm also seeing a cap and gown as well. So someone may be graduating. There could be graduation in the family as well. This could be hitting a new milestone within your business, within your career. For others of you, I feel like you've ascended in a relationship, something that may have felt karmic for a lot of you. For others of you, it could have been between mother and child. It could have been sibling. It could even have been best friends. But there is a new beginning happening here, or possibly even a second chance to start fresh with a new vibration, because you will no longer go back to that old vibration that you were in when you were learning, because the lesson has already been learned. Therefore, you've hit this peak, you've hit this milestone. On to the next. And so I feel like there is a ceremony, possibly. Some of you may actually be awarded some sort of award, reward, or victory. I feel like pat in the back here. Some of you are going to receive a compliment or a job well done. This could be in the form of a promotion, a raise, an actual business opportunity, or a career opportunity being presented to you. Now, these are timeless messages. Whenever you find them, they may resonate with what's going on with you. This is also achievement and success. So I love the milestone showing up. Now, the tarot clarifying this here below it, we have the Two of Wands. So the Two of Wands, I really love the picture in this card, because the Two of Wands here, typically you see a lioness and a lion. And that lioness is the hunter. You know, she's the one that goes out there and does all the work, while the lion sits back, right? And he just waits for her to bring it home. So I do feel for a lot of you, regardless if you're female or male, you may be that lioness where you've done the work for everyone else, right? Now you may be saying, you know, I am going to eat first. Because she goes out and she catches the prey. You can see it right there next to her, right? There's antelope or something she's going after there. And she brings it back to the pride because she takes care of everybody else, right? And she may wait last to eat. She lets the king, right? King and queen energy here. She may let that king eat. Now, it doesn't mean that this is a romantic partnership. This could be a boss. This could be a family member. Maybe you've had to work really, really hard to get what it is that you've wanted. But this Two of Wands energy, I feel like you are putting yourself first and you're making a decision and you're stepping forward. And it doesn't mean that you're being selfish. It just means that you've had to do the work that's benefited everyone else, but now there is a personal accomplishment and a victory. So if you are going out hunting, you may decide, well, you know what? I'm hungry right now. I'm going to take a big old bite out of this now because this is my victory. This is my kill. This is my win, right? That's what that lioness energy is saying. I'm going to make a decision for me right now. And it's not necessarily impulsive because she's done this a million times. So it's something that she's thought about over and over each time she goes out there and brings that back to the pride, right? And so I feel that you've worked really hard, and there's something here. I'm getting Eight of Pentacles. There's something that you've been mastering over and over. You're really good at what it is that you do. But instead of bringing that back to everyone else, this could be you going off on your own. So for example, and I'm actually getting intuitively that this is some of you, you may have been working hard to build up someone else's career. Maybe you've worked in the corporate world and you've helped a business, or you've helped a corporation or a company, or you've helped other people build their own wealth. Right? You went above and beyond. Now you may be deciding, you know, I have the skills, I have the talents, I have what it takes to kind of go off on my own and do my own thing and build my own affluence, build my own prosperity, my own abundance, instead of doing it for everyone else. Now, some of you may be saying, well, Melissa, that's what the lioness does, right? She brings that energy to the pride, but we're not lions, right? Yes, we are having a human experience. And these are individual experiences that are our own soul's journey. And if you are feeling like it's time to break away and do your own thing, I feel like that's the decision you're going to do for you. And it's not selfish to do what your soul is calling you to do. What would be selfish, or not so much selfish, but what would be lying to the self, lion, right? What would be lying to the self is living someone else's dream out, right? Maybe it's something that your parents told you could do or you couldn't do, right? Maybe society said that, well, don't do that. You're never going to make money. Maybe you wanted to be a journalist, a poet, a writer, but they said, nah, don't do that. That's not going to be where the money's at. The money is going to follow you is what I'm getting here, but you must live and lead with your purpose. And even if the money doesn't follow you right away, maybe that human experience was to have that experience that isn't tied to money. We forget that sometimes. Money is an exchange, right? And sometimes we have it, sometimes we don't. It's an ebb and it's a flow. But the most important thing here for you is to make choices that are in alignment with your soul's truth. And so I hope that makes sense here for you. But I am getting here. Some of you may even see a cardinal. Some of you may see signs here of this taking place in your world. If this is a romantic relationship, perhaps you've put in all of the work while the other partner may sit back and just expect you to do the work here. If this has to do with maybe parenting or mothering, of course, you need to do what you need to do to be a good mother, but there could be something with boundaries here as well. I'm also feeling if this has to do with your health, this is about you balancing that masculine and that feminine. There's a time for receptivity. There's a time for action. There's a time for learning. And there's a time for, teaching, right? So it's that ebb and flow, that back and forth. Now, twos are about choices. They're about partnerships. They're about duality and seeing it from a different point of view. So I like this showing up for you. Now, the next card out is new life. I mean, some of you, this is big. This could be a marriage. It could be a divorce. It could be a move. It could be a health, a brand new way of living, something regarding a positive new beginning when it comes to health, living a healthier lifestyle. This could be meeting someone new on your path, on your soul's journey, part of your soul tribe, whether it's a friendship, a romantic partnership. Some of you are reuniting with family that you've had falling out with, or maybe you've never met as well. There could be a new job or a new way of living is kind of what I'm getting here for you. Major transformations, beautiful souls, because a lot of you have gone inward on this path and now you're going to hit that reset button. So I do feel for a lot of you, big changes are ahead. This is a rebirth here, a fresh start. A lot of you have been growing, right? And it may have felt like you've been on this lonely road of faith for quite some time. You've put in the work spiritually. I feel like there's more peace coming in. They're showing me the dove and I'm hearing the word serenity as well. So some of you, there's more serene energies coming to your world because some of you got caught in a little bit of a whirlwind. There's that verse, we can make it through the storms and the winds of change. So I do feel like there's definitely been some storms that have left things flipped upside down. So let's take a look at the clarifier for new life. Queen of Pentacles. Beautiful. I love the Queen of Pentacles here. It's represented by this cow and the rabbit. And it's interesting because cows are very abundant. They're very prosperous. And so is the Queen of Pentacles. Hence the cow archetype, right? The Queen of Pentacles archetype. Cows not only produce milk, but they can offer so many different things. They're very, very abundant. The bunny here represents fortune, fertility. I am getting here for a lot of you, there's something that may be multiplying, right? When the Queen of Pentacles shows up in this new life, it's because you've been resourceful with your time, your energy, or your efforts, or if you feel like you haven't been putting those efforts into the right thing, I feel like that's about to shift for you. Now, when this Queen of Pentacles shows up, regardless if you're a female or male, she's receptive to change. She actually is quite in tune with her surroundings. She has the sense of awareness that taps her into the spiritual realm where she's able to bring down and manifest because she's connecting with her soul's truth and she can manifest what it is that she wanted to experience here in the physical world because she's tapped into both, right? When the Queen of Pentacles shows up, her life is filled with physical pleasures and beauty, and others enjoy the fruits of her labor. The bunny is visiting there because she does have a lot to offer, but they become friends. And take a look at this. There's that red cardinal standing on top of that cow, and there is the red cardinal standing on top of the lion. So that's a really powerful omen coming in here. Maybe the red bird or the red cardinal. I do feel for a lot of you, you may be changing up your living environment to create a more serene space. Maybe you're redoing your bathroom. You may be moving. You could be redecorating. Some of you may be into interior design. Queen of Pentacles can be a gardener. She's very outdoorsy, could be a financial advisor. She works well with her money. And I feel like this is something that you are starting to do. You could be starting a new job that you're able to save more. I'm also getting this energy of pay off or pay out. So if you've been waiting for money, or if you have been wanting to invest time, money, and effort into a new beginning, it's showing up here for you. Now, it could be that you are spending a little bit of money to make your space beautiful, or to put money towards a down payment on a home down the road. There is a new life here. Don't give up on those dreams, because the Queen of Pentacles, she's very practical, very down to earth, but sometimes, not always, but sometimes she can hang on to materialistic things, right? She feels like that is the end all be all, when really what's happening is a perspective shift, and she's connecting to that higher self energy, that faith, whatever that may be for you, right? Spirituality, God, universe, source, whatever. It doesn't matter what we call it, as long as we tune in and we trust. And trust is a big thing here for you. I'm actually going to pull another card, because this new life is a really big energy for you. So let's see what else we have showing up here regarding new life, new job offer, new love, new life, new you. Some of you may have celebrated an anniversary, a birthday, or there is a win, okay? There is a win here coming in. Page of Pentacles, there it is. There's the new opportunity. And look at that. Page of Pentacles is represented here by this octopus. And octopi, would that be the correct pronunciation? Octopi, they're very fluid, right? And I think this is true for octopus, where if one limb goes missing, they just grow another one, right? So this is what you are understanding and realizing here on life, that nothing is permanent. The only permanent thing in life is change, right? If that even makes sense. The only thing that is in constant movement or constant is change, right? And so I feel like you are adaptable. You're being called to be flexible at this time, but I'm also hearing here with this Page of Pentacles that this is you manifesting this new financial or physical opportunity, because you have the resources to do so, because you've done the work, because spiritually you're aligning with the chosen experiences that you wanted to have here on earth. And a lot of you have learned and wrapped up a very difficult, challenging, but yet valuable lessons in the past. And I don't even love the word lessons, but we have to remind ourselves that everything that's going on around us, it is because we are projecting into this matrix, right? I heard the other day, and this made complete sense, that the world doesn't need saving, right? The world does not need saving. Mother Earth knows what she needs to do, just like our bodies know what they need to do to heal. It's up to us. It's our own projections that are being put out into the earth, being put into, our bodies. So what are you projecting? What is it that you want to see happening? Are you the change that you wish to see in the world? Are you setting that example of being the change? Are you showing kindness? Are you showing love? Not just, externally, but most importantly, inward. Because when we heal the world. Now, this Page of Pentacles is showing up to offer you a brand new opportunity. A lot of you may hear a message coming in of something that's more stable here in the physical, because you have been that change, right? And you're going to see changes on a broader level, on a global level. We're all going to start to see them, but it's up to us. It's our responsibility to see what it is that we want to project into the world. So I really like this. I'm actually going to do one more card, one more for the new life before we move on. What do we have for new life here? What is this new life? And it's certainly something that internally that you've manifested externally, because we have two pentacles now. Page of Wands, double page, beautiful. Pages are exciting, right? Pages are fresh, they're new. They may not even be sure of what weighs up sometimes and what weighs down, but they need to go in almost at times feeling a little bit blind, but they have to have that blind trust, that blind faith. Thank you, Spirit. So I feel like even though it may seem at times a little bit lonely, trust that you have Spirit supporting you. Trust that you're able to tune into your highest good to lead the way. Now, the Page of Wands shows up. This is all about curiosity, being that student. There is a huge opportunity for growth and unlimited abundance, whether it's financially, emotionally, spiritually, physically, whatever it is that you are wanting in your world. It's going to be different for each and every one of you, but you have double opportunity. So many things are changing for you in your world. I really like this picture as well. I absolutely love this deck. This is the Guardian of the Night Tarot. I'll put it in the description box. All of the cards used are in the description box below. But it's interesting to note that in this Page of Wands, there is a creature. You can see a little eye peeking out from the thorns. And what's happening here is he's curious. He wants to come out, but he's afraid that if he comes out, something may happen to him. And he needs to be curious and find a new way, right? Does he just stay where he's at? If he stays where he's at, he's going to miss an opportunity for growth. He sees that there's a lot out there, a lot of potential, but potentiality doesn't manifest unless we take action, right? So this Page of Wands needs to move forward, stay excited, stay curious, stay enthusiastic. Even though it may feel unpredictable, even though it may feel dangerous out there, there is an opportunity for growth, for maturity, and for you to take that next level, that leap of faith here. But you have to have that childlike innocence, and not so much just innocence, but enthusiasm. Excuse me. That child, right? The child isn't afraid of knocking the cookie jar down when they are climbing on top of, tub upon refrigerator, upon microwave or whatever. Sometimes they're just willing to climb to get what it is that they want. And yes, of course, we need to be cautious in a sense, but that child doesn't always use all of their cautionary senses. I feel like you are an adult and you already are aware of what those cautions are. So now you can take that risk. Right? Yes, it may feel unpredictable. Yes, you're not sure what's out there. You're not sure if that business is going to make or break, or that relationship is going to leave you in heartache, or if that opportunity to move across the country is going to be the best move for you, but you will never know unless you take that leap, take that flight. And that's what the Page of Wands is excitingly getting ready to do. All right, I love this for you. Okay, final themed card here we have is Second Chance. This is about a do-over. Some of you, it's a review. You may be having a work review. Some of you may be reviewing the past with an important person in your world. This could be a better offer. A lot of you have been through rejection. You've been rejected from people, from love, from career paths, relationships, you name it, you've probably been through it here. Rejection is protection, right? Maybe it was something that you wanted so badly, but it may have brought about an obsessive energy, and maybe your soul wasn't quite ready to take that leap because there were still some unfinished lessons that we needed to learn, right? That can be difficult when our ego wants to move in one direction, but the soul says, well, really, we have different plans. That can cause a little bit of disconnect at times. But when you align with your soul, you learn to bring in patience, you learn to go inward, and you learn that the opportunities and the growth and the learning that's available, so you don't have to repeat some sort of a cycle. So you can learn what you've come here and on earth to learn or experience. Maybe that job that was rejected to you, maybe it would have fell under or went under 3 months later. Maybe there would have been a boss that may have harassed you, and you don't need that in your world, right? Unless that's something you signed up for to learn a soul lesson. Maybe that relationship that maybe didn't get off the ground before it even started. Maybe that person wasn't going to be able to open up to you emotionally anyway. So there is protection in rejection, and that's important for us to remember when we're rejected, because we can take it personally. Boy, oh boy, can we take it personally. But there's a second chance available available to you now. And Spirit is saying, just because of all those rejections in the past, don't hide. Don't hide behind those thorns and those, you know, that cave, because what's going to happen is more and more over time, the bushes are going to start to fill in those cracks. Right now, you're able to see a way out, right? And over time, you start to build upon layer upon layer upon layer of conditioning on the energy field, on the body, you know, on the mind, on the soul. And then we really, really have a difficult time getting unstuck or pushing forward or making new choices. You still have that time to take that leap of faith here. You have a second chance, a new offer. There's a better offer available here for you. And look at that word on there. It says trust. And we talked about that earlier as well. This is about you trying again. Don't give up on your dreams. If there was something and it wasn't the right timing for whatever reason that our soul can't comprehend in this lifetime or at this moment, then trust that. Trust that that opportunity wasn't meant for you at that time, because there's something else becoming available, possibly something that's beyond your wildest dreams that your soul is excited about, right? Your soul deep down, maybe chuckling, right? Not making fun of, not in a way of pointing a finger, but your soul is happy and excited that you're starting to listen to it, right? So this is a clean slate, a new offer. Let's see what the clarifier is. Queen of Wands, beautiful. I love this. Look at that. It's a lioness again. I'm loving this energy here. This lioness, she's surrounded by sunflowers. And I actually, who was it here? It was either maybe Sagittarius, maybe even Capricorn. If you have any of those placements, there was the bonus reading that I just did that says, you are my sunshine, right? I mean, that could resonate with anyone, of course, if you have that placement in your chart. Maybe it was even Aquarius. I'm not sure. One of those three signs here. But the Queen of Wands, this is someone who, she is magnetized. She attracts that energy. The sunflowers, they follow the sun, right? They are magnetized towards that. They want more of it. So I do feel here, whatever it is that is showing up for you, you have a second chance is because you're magnetizing, you're attracting it because your soul is in alignment with what is meant for you, right? This Queen of Wands, she is creative. She is artsy, she's bold, she's strong, she's confident. She inspires others to live their best lives. Why? Because she goes out there and gets it done, right? Let's go back to the Two of Wands here. She's the hunter, right? She's the one who, I mean, not saying that he never hunts, but typically she's the one doing the work. And I feel here that, again, whether you're female or male, it doesn't work, or excuse me, it doesn't matter. I feel here that you are taking that leap, and this crow is handing her that wand. And so I feel like you're being supported. You have the backing, whatever that backing may be for you, spiritual backing, financial backing, supportive backing, whatever those resources are with that octopus, you have them. You have them available. And if one of those limbs fall off that resource, right? Maybe if something falls away or something was rejected, or maybe it just wasn't aligning with your energy and you said, nope, got to get rid of that one. It's going to grow back in its place, something that may be stronger, better suited for you. It's important for you to trust this energy. The Queen of Wands, she could be an entrepreneur. She's someone who is great at multitasking, getting people together. There's a greater cause here. And I feel like you are magnetized. What it is that you are wanting, I feel like it's coming to you. Let's get one more card here for the second chance. What do we have for the second chance? And then we're going to pull a couple of cards from the Enchanted Map. What else do we have here, please? Six of Wands, beautiful. I love the Six of Wands. It's one of my favorites in the minor arcana. Look at all those little, I mean, are these lemurs? I think they're lemurs. All of those little baby lemurs down there. The mama lemur or the top queen lemur, whoever this is, or king. People want what you have to offer. Your skills and your talents are exceptional is what I'm hearing here. Your gifts, what you bring to the table is amazing. And sometimes we get frustrated because sometimes other people can't see that. That's okay, right? That's okay, because those that are meant to see it will. And I feel with the Six of Wands, this goes hand in hand with that milestone energy here. So beautiful synchronicities all across the board. Six of Wands is about success, accomplishment, achievement, fame even, victory, right? The Six of Wands is about being recognized publicly. It is about no longer feeling humiliated, shamed, overlooked, or like you have failed, even though maybe you have failed in whatever area, but failure is inevitable on the path towards success. Remember that mountain that we talked about in the beginning of your reading? Yes, maybe there's been a rock slide, a landslide. Maybe you fell backwards. Maybe you've had to go back to square one, to the very first step. But as Lao Tzu says, the beginning, oh gosh, I'm going to butcher this here. What is that? Someone help me out in the comment box. The first step, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step. Thank you. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step. So taking that first step, and sometimes it's that first step that's the hardest, but once we get going, right, it starts to come easier and easier. So some of you, there could be a first step that you are scared to take. Maybe signing up for that class. Maybe it is asking someone out for coffee. Maybe it is asking for that divorce. Maybe it's someone telling someone how you truly feel about them. Maybe it is asking your boss for a promotion. Whatever that first step is, do it, right? Do it. Nike slogan, just do it. This is about you accomplishing big, amazing things. Yes, if you've been failed, humiliated, or shamed in the past, don't let that stop you from trying again and again and again, because that is part of the process. That is how we rise to the top here. And I feel like that is what you are doing. All right, let's take a look here, and we're going to get a couple of messages from the Enchanted Map. I'm really excited. I don't usually use this deck, but this is the one that Spirit said use. Thank you. And I was also getting here someone beading or making jewelry. I was seeing someone making, I don't know if this is crystal jewelry or if this is just beads. Excuse me. What else do we have here? Thank you, Spirit. Okay, we have dry desert and we have dragon's lair. Dry desert and dragon's lair. This is interesting. Card 19 and card 31. So some of you, you may have a birthday on the 19th or the 31st. Please take that as it resonates. All right, card 19 showing up. This is the dragon's lair. So remember that lonely road of faith. Remember in the beginning talking about the storms and the winds of change. It says you are always protected and divinely directed. You have a remarkable internal warning system. I love this. Remember that little kid climbing to the top of the refrigerator to get the cookies, right? You're not that little child anymore. You do have that ability to tune into that internal awareness system here. And it lets you know when things are out of alignment. You are about to enter into dangerous territory or unknown territory, so tread carefully and be aware of those surroundings. The path you're on now is one that will challenge you, but it is one that is exciting and also exhilarating, like the danger you feel before you enter a new relationship, knowing that you'll be changed forever. A life lived fully isn't lived only in safety. Oh, wow. I have major goosebumps because we talked about you living life earlier as well. A new experience is calling to you, one that will test your courage. The choice is yours, but there is greater value in risk-taking than remaining unchallenged. New territories are waiting to be discovered. I just had a huge wave of emotion. Some of you need to hear that. This literally, Dragon's Lair, goes hand in hand with, where is it here? The Page of Wands, which we talked about. Look at, he's stuck there. You see the little eyeball popping out? He feels stuck, but the truth is that he can remain curious and he must embrace the unknown. He must not let the fears of what's around him hold him back because he wants this new life. You're going to spread your wings. Spirit is supporting you. You are supported. You are always protected and divinely directed here. So again, a new experience. It may challenge you, right? It may feel like it's difficult, but it's going to be exhilarating and exciting. So say yes. Wow, what a beautiful clarifier. I can't tell you the last time I picked up this deck or I used this again for a collective reading here, but wow, wonderful. And then we have dry desert. So this is what some of you are coming out of, or maybe you still feel like you are in this phase, and that's why you are ready for this new beginning. It says, dig deep for information and truth. Now is the time to become resilient and adaptable. And we literally said adaptability and flexibility. I thought we said that, didn't we here? Yeah, adaptability and flexibility. So we have, is your life presenting you with opportunities that seem to yield nothing? Have your ideas dried up, or does it feel like you're on an endless journey through a hot, dry, lifeless desert? This card reminds you that there are times when you're meant to become resilient as you journey through harsher circumstances. You're being required to conserve your energy until after consistent effort, you reach the oasis you are searching for. So some of you are at the beginning of the desert. Some of you are in the middle of it. Some of you are at the end. Okay, regardless of where you are at on your journey, the energy remains the same towards this new life here. We're going to be at different stages. Everyone is experiencing their soul journey differently, right? Because this is an individual experience that we're having. Consider the creatures that live in these conditions. They have adapted to thrive in spite of the outer environment. In a desert, water, essential for life, can be found deep underground. Go deep within yourself now and find your truth there. Let spirit sustain you while you locate the real source. Whatever it is you're asking about will not be found in the conditions you are in until you move past the surface. And I have major goosebumps again. Who's with me here, right? Unless you move past the circumstances, that dragon's lair, which you feel kept hostage in. There's the Page of Wands once again. Move past the surface of things and choose to do the real work and discover the answers deep within you. This may not seem like the most productive time, but looks are deceiving. This is the most important place to find what's truly right for you. Oh, wow. Absolutely. This is about you coming out of this period. And sometimes we feel like we're not making progress, right? Sometimes it feels like we are hitting that dry period, as this says here, but you are on your path towards this new life, whatever that may look like for you. All right, they're telling me go one more here, and I was hearing that as I was shuffling, but let's take a look. We're going to go one more before we wrap up your reading. Who's loving this reading? If you guys are, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It certainly helps get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most. To wrap it up here with the second chance, the new life, and the victory, you have wide open. Wide open. Card 42. Some of you may be 42 years old. You may have a birthday on the 4th, the 6th, or the 2nd, or you may be in a life path or personal year number 4, 2, or 6. Now, last but not least, you are free to express your uniqueness to the world and share in all the bounty of life's endless possibilities. We talked about that. All manner of opportunities are presented to you at this time. This is that new life. If you are brave enough to step outside that dragon's lair, to take that risk, take that leap, whatever that may be for you, this is your final card. It's going to break you wide open. And it says the wide open card is a signal that you are able to truly manifest your dreams and that your goals are in sight. Don't remain small and contracted. Instead, expand your horizons beyond what you believe to be your limitations. You have a unique voice that needs to be expressed in the world. The universe is supportive of new ideas and approaches at this time, so speak up and speak out. This card is the sign of the maverick who freely roams the wide open space of possibility. Allow for a greater vision to replace old ideas as you dream a grander dream. I love that. Dream a grander dream. Who doesn't want that to happen, right? So this is the perfect card to end our reading because it does talk about you hitting this stride, right? Knowing that, yes, you've gone through the ups and the downs. You've gone through that lonely path, the storms, the winds of change. You've gone through it all. But dream a bigger dream, right? You have that potentiality. It's time here to keep doing that work. Take that action step. Get out of that dragon's lair and spread your arms wide open to the possibilities that are available to you. That is what I have for you, beautiful souls. I hope this helps. I hope it resonates. Again, if it does, please hit that thumbs up. And if you are resonating with the vibration and frequency of this channel, please feel free to hit that subscribe and bell button if you haven't already. Thank you so much for being here and tuning in. Lots of love.